With Super Mario Bros. Wonder coming out in just 2 days, I'm really surprised by how much I'm looking forward to playing a brand new 2D Mario game. Don't get me wrong, it's nowhere near the level of hype I'd be feeling for a new 3D Mario, but part of me does surprisingly miss the 2D games. After playing New Super Mario Bros. U back in 2012, Jesus, I really didn't expect to be saying that, considering how burnt out I felt in the formula at the time. But I don't know, this first trailer just has me so excited. So to prepare for this new Mario outing, I'm going to be playing some 2D Romhacks from throughout the years, and, just maybe, discover why exactly I'm looking forward to a new 2D Mario after feeling so fed up with the series. So enjoy this look at some Romhacks, because that's all that's going to happen this time. I will definitely not get sidetracked whatsoever, no siree, no way.
Let's go!
First up we have normal Mario Bros, and yeah, this sure is normal. Wait a minute, no. Something's wrong here. There's no Goomba! How are you gonna forget the first Goomba? I love that guy. Remember when he was in Smash? Love that game. The controls here are also weirdly really good. I'm not gonna be that guy to pick on the first ever Mario's controls, as they are good in their own right, but I've just never liked how both heavy and slippy Mario felt in it. Platforming that should be easy is instead made super nerve-wracking because of this, which I can respect the challenge in, definitely. I just really like a fluid control scheme in my platformers. I think it makes or breaks experiences a lot of times. Oh look, a fuzzy. Oh look, I'm dizzy. Remember what I said before about fluid control schemes? Yeah, take notes, Nintendo. So we say hi to these fuzzy guys, get in Toad's death car, shoot some Arnold Schwarzeneggers at awesome faces. Could you tell this was made in 2009? Though, in a lot of ways, this actually predicted Wonder really well. No, seriously, think about it. You eat a strange power-up that totally changes the aesthetic in a weird and trippy way, all the while changing Mario's movement system, sometimes even supplying him with some type of new gameplay style, and also giving little pop-up words to each enemy defeated. I'm not gonna say Nintendo ripped off normal Mario Bros. With Wonder, but let's just say if we see a Bill Clinton Goomba show up, I think we have a conspiracy on our hands. This one's honestly really neat. It's crazy and it's stupid, but that's what makes it fun, so I'm not gonna spoil any more of it. Play it for yourself, it's a good time. Ducking Luigi's Ducking Adventure. Oh yeah, we got Luigi, Luigi Mario, Waluigi, and Louise. I know what I'm picking. So this is a hack that aims to remake Mario Bros. 2, with level design that's different but still spiritually the same as the original. But honestly though, Mario Bros. 2 is probably the game I'm least familiar with on this list. I've never actually beat it. I usually get about a few levels in, have a little bit of fun, and just get bored. Maybe I'll go back to it someday soon though, because this hack made me appreciate the game's good qualities a lot more. Like the more puzzly part of Mario 2, I really do enjoy. I think that's where this game shines. Picking up things, throwing them at other things, it's a pretty neat idea. Maybe not totally Mario, but I like it for what it is. And this hack is good with that kind of puzzle stuff. Like here, there's a ledge that's just a little bit too high up for me to super jump to, even off a normal enemy. So the solution is that you have to pick up this weird bird guy enemy from a little bit earlier in the level, and use his extra height to get up there. And that's really cool, that makes me think critically about this world. Oh yeah, and I also really love the aesthetic of this hack too. The original did look nice, especially for an NES game, but this looks great. I love the color choices here, it breathes so much new life into this game. It maybe doesn't work all the time though, not really sure how I feel about this new peace guy that got going on here. Something else this hack does improve from the original game though, is with these door potions. I never knew where to put them in the original, and usually ended up totally wasting them, which did not feel the best. But here there's an actual language. The mushroom is always located between two trees, so it becomes a game of finding those trees, and boom bam, there you have it. This is really good, and actually enhances the world and gameplay connection, something Mario 2 already did pretty well. I will say, and I don't know if this is maybe just an iconic feature of Luigi's character, but I feel like my jumps here kind of are just being eaten a lot of the time. Like, I swear, I'm pressing A here, and I'm just not jumping. I don't know why. It's especially bad when I played through this whole level, collected all the cherries, got rewarded with the star, plow through Birdo with it, and all of that is negated by my jump just not working. Very cool. Oh yeah, this boss is broken too. Birdo only shoots these spark things, and the only weapon they give you is this little turnip, which, you know, is gonna go away after one hit. So now what? Well, die, I guess. Yeah, I don't know, I guess the star is mandatory, but like, why? Actually, now that I think about it, there was a key earlier in the level that didn't go to anything, I don't think. Maybe I was supposed to bring it all the way here to fight her with, which would be kind of genius, honestly, but that definitely should have been telegraphed if it was the case. Speaking of keys, what do I do with this one? Like really, I went all the way up this tower to get it, I go out, and there's no door to put it in or anywhere else to go. So seriously, what do I do? Oh, like a hedgehog. No, but really, what do I do? I'm looking everywhere, what's going on? What do I do with this stupid key? Maybe there's a door at the beginning of the level? Oh, okay, yep, great, don't jump. Well, at least I have 8 continues left. Oh? Oh. That bomb has arms. Me too, man. Me too. So yep, this is Super Depressed Bro, a truly tragic tale of Mario's deep descent into sadness. Oh hey, Toad. Eternal emptiness awaits? But Toad, I thought we had something. This one's interesting because there are no actual level exits. It's all about collecting the one hidden item located in each stage. And now this is a Mario game where I can be really confident with my movement. It's still not perfect, but trying to make these jumps in the last 2 games would be a nightmare, whereas here it feels great. I really do like worlds like these that have concrete themes behind them. You know, beyond grassland, desert, volcano, grassland, grassland. Something really creative like this goes such a long way towards memorability. Kinda like the big world from this game, or that Picasso level from Mario U, which was the only memorable level in that game. Different theming really helps keep the journey engaging, and that's what I'm really hoping to see in Wonder. Though maybe this hack could have done a little bit better aesthetic-wise, you know, beyond just making everything black and gray and jellyfish. Though maybe there's some hidden link between jellyfish and depression, I don't know, I'm no doctor. I guess this one is kinda cool, symbolizes the slow tread of life, all towards the end. Though the music doesn't really fit it at all. You know, despite this being like stupidly getting over it hard, I hope we see more of this kind of level type in Wonder. You know, where you can go across the screen. Mario 2 had some moments of this too, and I think it's pretty fun. I feel like they haven't done it since like New Super Mario Bros. DS, but I might be wrong on that. I just know that it wasn't in Mario Maker, which is like, come on, why not? Just different spins on normal platforming are always nice. Like what if there was a level where you can actually go through the bottom to get to the top? That's the kind of concept I want to be seeing. This sucks though. It did teach me that you could actually speed up mid-air in this game. I didn't know that. Mario 3 really did give us such a good progression of the controls, and I think it should be acknowledged for that. Okay, finally, I got the treasure. Oh, look at that, I turned off the game and my depression is cured. How crazy. The Gatekeeper strikes again, alright. Listen to this music, this is awesome. Okay, Gatekeeper, what you got for me? Oh, apparently he kidnapped Luigi, alright. And now we're in the grasslands? I don't see why we don't just fight the Gatekeeper, he was right there, man. But wow, look at this, everything looks so different and nice. Don't get me wrong, I love how Mario World looked already, but this is just so pleasing to the eye. It feels like a logical next step from early SNES Mario World graphics to later SNES Mega Man X type graphics. Look at this cool ass Goomba. Point proven. The level design isn't the best though. Even though these are 2D games, I think making an environment that feels natural and lived in is still extremely important to the overall experience. Of course there's going to be floating blocks and whatnot, but if there's an organic world around them, then they feel right at home. This is something Mario games starting with Mario World did really well, but I just don't feel that here. There's too many random blocks and floating platforms about. I know it's easy to write off this aspect of side-scrollers, as they're naturally gonna be pretty blocky, but creating an immersive environment goes such a long way towards overall game feel. It's like when there's floating ground, a random vine, some clouds, and then a floating slope, it just doesn't feel right to play. It's hard to describe, and I know it might sound as though I'm nitpicking, but seriously, I was having trouble here specifically because I couldn't get a sense for the environment. It just felt kind of random, which isn't a good feeling. This hack definitely does get better about it, but I just think it's important to mention, as this is something I know I'm going to be enjoying Mario Wonder for doing. And you all probably will too, without even knowing it. Hello there, strange, scary eye Lakitu. Thank you for the coins. Oh, look, there's a sneaky little pipe down here that blends in with the background. You can't get past me, a pipe. Alright, let's see what... oh. Don't you love getting 1/5 a prize as your reward? It's so very fulfilling, I must say. Though in the spirit of criticizing a game everyone loves and will hate me for, I really do not care for Mario World's movement system either. Okay, for the most part, he feels good. You can still do all the things you could in Mario 3 and more. But here, Mario has such a weird momentum to him, where it takes him a while to get up to top speed. Maybe I'm just spoiled by modern games, but when I hold the run button, I want to run. It takes so long for that to happen here, where for most of the time, I'm just not running at all. And when I eventually do reach that top speed, I'm totally out of practice, so I make easy mistakes. I know it's easy to label this as a skill issue, and yeah, it is, but I just wish the controls were tweaked a little bit so that Mario got into his full run quicker. And I know this is gonna sound rich coming from me, but is Mario a bit too precise in this game? I love having full control over my character, but I feel as though I'm controlling more of a mouse than a Mario. And in some ways this is good, but it's always just felt a little bit off to me. From his jump arc to the way you could just stop all of his momentum immediately in the air, it feels weird. I do really like Mario World. I don't want it to sound like I don't. It's a great game. These are just issues I've always had with it, and I think they're worth discussing at least. Just like this little bomb guy. Oh, I love him. Basically, he's indestructible, which is good as it lets me kill these Wiggler enemies. Though if I hold him too long, he starts to explode, so it's a constant game of tossing him around and picking him back up. It's pretty neat. I hope there's a lot more complex enemy interactions like this in Wonder, where it's not quite a power-up and more of a detriment. I think it's a fun dichotomy. Oh look, it's the first boss, a big old acorn guy, alright. Okay, so if I make him bump into the walls, he spawns his acorn children from the sky. Alright, maybe I can... What are you looking at me for? I can't move! Oh, okay, so apparently him crashing into the wall counts as the ground shaking, so you can essentially get stun locked in the corner. Very cool, bro, very cool. Okay, seriously, what do I do? I've been jumping around here for like a minute. What is supposed to be happening here? Ladies and gentlemen, I have spin jumped enough to get a 1-up. Please clap. Oh, you're supposed to grab the guys with B, something you weren't able to do before with them without jumping on them first, which is what I was trying to do here, but okay, yep, totally, whatever. Okay, second world, which is desert, of course. Is that? No, it can't be. I wonder how I'm supposed to... Oh, yep, totally could have seen that coming. Oh, game over. Well, I just beat that boss at least, so it'll have saved. Oh. Oh, look at that, I beat the game! Luigi marries the Gatekeeper and they have 8 beautiful babies! Oh, what a great ending for everyone! Next up, we have Mission Hurry Up Mario Bros. And oh my god, this music. Why are you smooth? Okay, confession time. This is the first video game I ever played to completion. I had played games before this. I honestly don't remember which one was my actual first, but this is the first game I distinctly remember playing. And oh man, the effect it has on me now. Just the sound of the piranha plants brings me joy. Like, listen to that. Oh, that's so great. So yeah, I might be a little bit tad biased here when I talk about this game, but can you blame me, man? I'm already so happy. Oh yeah, well the actual hack here basically revolves around the idea that every level is only 100 seconds, and to clear a stage you need to find one of the 3 star coins in it. It's a neat way to throw a mission mode into a Mario game, and all of the level design is different of course, so this is still a totally new experience as well. It's pretty fun from a first impression, it gives each stage a lot of replayability. But I just can't get over that I'm playing this game again, man. This music and the enemies dance, they dance! I know it's easy now to rag on the new Super Mario Bros. Games for retreading on the same formula again and again, but you gotta remember, this was the first. It's pretty different from them anyway. Like, the storing power-up thing is such a good idea that I'm still so surprised they haven't gone back to. Oh, this is a neat puzzle. You gotta hit this block with a shell for a fire flower to come out. Then kill the piranhas to open up this pipe. That's really creative. Oh, look, a Lifehouse. These were a great addition too. Oh, Toadsworth. Missed you, buddy. It's good to see you too, game. It's good to see you too. I also think this game is the best Mario's controlled so far. It still isn't perfect, Mario feels a bit too heavy at times, but in general, the flow is just so good. This is a Mario I could really just run around and have fun with. And while the last couple games controlled well enough, the newfound confidence I feel here cannot be understated. Oh, look at this, there's a character selector in the loading screen. What a great feature. Oh man, that makes me remember unlocking Luigi for the first time. Finally beating the game and seeing that code hidden behind the end text, and then trying it out and playing as Luigi? Oh my god, that was unparalleled. It felt so cool, like I just discovered the biggest secret of all time. I know Nintendo doesn't really roll like that anymore, which saddens me deeply, but if there's some type of hidden character in Wonder that you gotta input a code for or just unlock, that'll make me so happy. I really miss the days of discovering new characters in-game, instead of just learning about them in a trailer. That feeling of discovery is always so incredible, and I want to feel it again. There's only so much avoiding new trailers can do for me. Man, this hack really reminds me how much I like exploring in these games too. Like, just because a game is a side-scroller doesn't mean it should solely be from point A to point B. Quite the opposite, actually. I love exploring worlds like this, really diving deep into the mechanics and the level design. This is how it always should be, catering towards both the quick movement crowd and also the exploration crowd. It should be the best of both worlds, which in a lot of ways it is here. It doesn't always work though, like having to play through an auto-scroller 3 times is not what I would consider fun. Also, despite being on the map, these pink flying blocks don't show up in levels anymore. Maybe they screwed with the intended level design so they had to be removed, but man, I would have loved to play with the blue shell power-up again. We haven't seen that one since this game. Rest in peace, my old friend. Oh hey, here's that gimmick I mentioned earlier. And yep, it's still fun. What a gift of prophecy I must have. And also, what a unique level theme. Just yet another thing that really separates this game from the other new soups. Here's something I won't defend about this game though, the Bowser Jr. bosses. Cause look at that. It's over. Oh, what's that? Asking me to save after a boss? What a crazy invention! Oh look, there's a small gap between this pipe. Wonder if I could... Aha! No pipes getting past me today, I'll tell you that much. And wow, it leads to a secret exit, nice. Man, I loved finding these as a kid too. They made me feel so smart, and still kind of do now. And I will be proud of that. Oh, and it led to a snow level. I loved these, with these guys. Oh, I miss these guys. This is such a cool little puzzle too. You gotta keep this Goomba alive or else the pipe gets blocked off. That's so neat. Man, this hack has such personality, and so does this game. Could you tell I'm happy, guys? Could you tell I'm feeling joy? Some wonder? You'd think with the concept, like only giving each level 100 seconds, that you would feel very rushed, but no, it works quite well. Even when time runs out, the levels are bite-sized enough to get right back where you were, and the game showers you with lives, so dying is never much more than a learning experience. I will say, after a little while of playing this, the gimmick does start to wear off a bit. Like replaying the same level 3 times can only stay entertaining for so many levels. It's not like you even have to be doing this though, you only need 1 star coin to pass each stage. I just wish the completionist playthrough was more fun, because that's always what I'm going to be doing. Maybe if there was some kind of all-in-one prize you can get for doing all the star coins in one go would be better, because that would prove you truly learn the levels and encourages actual repeat playthroughs. You know, instead of blatantly blocking off going back after collecting each star coin. Why do that? I don't get it. I also wish these missions were a bit more complex. I've covered the best ones, but there's a lot that are just go down this pipe or hit this switch. It gets pretty repetitive. The level choices here are really nice though. It's like I'm getting to see the original game all over again, and that makes me happy. Yo, what up, Bowser? Overall, it's a really neat hack. I could see the maker of it going far. User123123, if you're still out there, I'm rooting for you. Yep, you all knew this one was coming, but who could blame me? I've always wanted to check this one out. I also got my friend Mike over to play some too. You ready to play, Mike?
I broke my boy.
Oh, that's great. Oh, this is cool. This takes place right after the original game's ending with the hot air balloons, which I guess we're going to Yoshi's Island. And right off the bat, just based on this first level, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Naturalistic level design that feels like a real world, exploration that encourages you to fully interact with your surroundings, and an incredible movement system. Though I guess that last bit was already part of this game. Yeah, I fully think that the movement in this game is the best Mario has ever felt in 2D. The weight is just right, the little spin in the air is genius, and the sense of true momentum has never felt better. I really hope that they have movement similar to this in Wonder, because it just feels so good. But yeah, the level design here, that's the main course. It's crazy because each stage feels like such an adventure in its own right, with so much to do and to explore all along the main path. There isn't any space here that feels like it was placed haphazardly. The design just feels so meticulous and I love it. Though considering this is Yoshi's Island, I really wish you were able to bring Yoshis between levels. I always really disliked that limitation. Thankfully Mario Wonder just straight up lets you play as them all together. Man, I'm looking forward to that. There's a cool shop here on the overworld too. It lets you turn in your star coins for items. That's a great idea. This world map is really cool in general. It connects these levels extremely well, better than the original game ever did in my opinion. And as we keep getting further in this world, the level design really isn't skipping a beat either. Could you tell this was made in 2013? Cause probably not. This is so impressive. At moments it genuinely feels like the Mario Bros. Wii sequel we never got. It's that tightly designed. It's also so new too. Not even a few stages in, and we've already seen a bunch of new themes and level gimmicks. It's amazing. Look, we've got a new mini-boss here too. It's a big old fuzzy that you gotta throw these purple blocks at. It's not great, but it's just so cool to see a new boss in action here. And the feeling of flow in these levels, it is unmatched. If you're good enough to keep the speed going, you will not be stopping here. This game lets you go so fast, there's next to no choke points, it's such a thrill to run through. Some of these star coins are really well hidden too, which kept me super engaged with the level design all throughout just to nab the things. Oh, and look, I found another secret exit.
This way.
Oh man, I always loved how he said that. I'm gonna miss you, Charles Martinet. Why?
No more half measures, Walter.
The further we get in this hack, the more I'm blown away. Like, they have the Block Switch Palace that changes all the levels, and original Toad House challenges where you collect these silver stars, and still even more level aesthetics. This is mind-blowing. I guess that my only complaint is that the final boss here is just a big old fuzzy again. Just slightly more big and old.
Junior!
And just like that, I've gotten all the star coins. What a great hack, man. Wait, what? A whole other world? 8 whole other worlds? What? And this one is just as good as the last. Oh my god. Guys, if Mario Wonder falls through, it doesn't matter. I got this. Never before have I played a ROM hack that is so expansive and creative and straight up fun. Look at this, there's a whole hidden world here, all with its own castle, that you can totally just miss if you don't find the secret exit. And it has a totally original gimmick too, with shrinking and huge enemies. And then there's this level that plays out completely differently depending on if you find the secret path at the start. And it also sends you to another totally new world. This is a gift sent down from the gods. I don't know what more to say about it. There's even a new power-up, man. Yeah, how do you like it? My only complaint, I guess, is that the bosses stay pretty lame, but that's a small price to pay for salvation. Even the title screen changes based on which world you're in. It's so cool. And it pains me to say that I just can't finish it now. I need to get this video out, and I don't want to be rushing through such an incredible game just to do that. If you were going to play any hack in this video, this is the one to experience, especially if you played Mario Bros. Wii. But this transcends that, they're not even in the same ballpark. And you could play it with up to 3 friends as well. This is the entire package, man. Speaking of that, what did you think of the game, Mike?
Somebody stop the fucking dogs! Stop the fucking dogs!
This was a really nice trip down memory lane, and reminded me what I loved about 2D Mario as a whole, the creativity. Each one of these mods offered something so unique while still building upon the initial premise, and that's why I'm looking forward to Wonder. Even if I didn't totally enjoy all these hacks, they supplied me with entirely new experiences, and that's what I love. With a formula this old, there's so much to innovate on, and ROM hacks like these have always proven that to be possible. But soon enough, we're finally going to be seeing some of that innovation in a new official capacity, and that within itself brings me a lot of wonder.